Have you ever felt that incredible shift when you step off a plane in a new place? That feeling of openness, of possibility, or even you feel different.
Oh, absolutely.
And then perhaps that subtle sense of the magic fading when you return home.
It's a really common experience, isn't it?
Yeah.
That yearning for something more or maybe something else that travel just seems to unlock.
Yeah.
So today we're doing a deep dive into Pico Iyer's, classic essay, Why We Travel,
Right.
to really unpack this, universal human instinct.
Absolutely. Our mission is to go beyond just the postcards and unpack Iyer's really profound insights into why we're drawn to travel. It's not just about where we go, is it, but how those journeys transform us.
Yeah, what knowledge we gain.
What we carry with us, both out into the world and, back into our everyday lives.
And our main source material for this deep dive is excerpts from Iyer's essay itself.
Which is just fantastic.
It really is. It delves into his own passion, but also probes those deeper reasons for wanderlust.
And maybe we should just briefly introduce Iyer, for those who might not know him.
Good idea. So, Pico Iyer, he's a British-born American essayist, novelist, probably best known for his travel writing.
Books like Video Night in Kathmandu.
The Global Soul. Yeah, he's a Guggenheim Fellow, writes for major publications like Time, the New York Times.
So he's got this incredible perspective.
He really does. A unique lens on the world, and he helps us see it with fresh eyes, too.
Okay, so let's jump right into the heart of it then. Iyer sort of kicks off by suggesting we travel, initially, to lose ourselves.
Right, which sounds a bit strange at first.
But then, almost paradoxically, we end up finding something new about ourselves in that process.
It's such a powerful idea, isn't it?
Yeah.
This notion that you almost have to step away from your familiar identity.
Yeah.
To truly discover who you are, or maybe who you could be.
He talks about travel, opening our hearts and eyes.
Learning more than newspapers can tell us.
Exactly. Getting that firsthand experience, that raw, unfiltered truth.
Yeah. And there's also a humbling aspect he mentions, which is
traveling to bring whatever little we can, in our own ignorance and knowledge to parts of the globe where the riches are just, dispersed differently.
That's a lovely way to put it. But my favorite point, I think, the one that feels incredibly liberating, is his suggestion that travel lets us become young pools again.
Yes.
To slow time down, take it in, fall in love.
Just be delightfully naive and open.
Yes. It sounds almost like a formula for living, really, not just traveling.
It truly does. And this idea of travel as transformation, where you shed your inhibitions, it's not entirely new.
Okay.
It kind of echoes the philosopher George Santayana.
Oh, right. From his philosophy of travel.
Exactly. He talked about the need to escape into open solitudes, into aimlessness.
The moral holiday.
That's it. Running some pure hazard in order to sharpen the edge of life.
To taste hardship and be compelled to work desperately.
Wow.
It's about deliberately putting yourself in situations where you have to engage, to feel, to learn in a way you just wouldn't otherwise.
Sharpening the edge of life? That's such a visceral image.
It is.
And it really brings to mind that historical link between travel and travail, doesn't it?
It does. That sense of effort, maybe even struggle. Iyer suggests travel guides us to a better balance.
Between what?
Between wisdom and compassion, essentially. Seeing the world clearly, but also feeling it truly.
Because seeing without feeling can lead to, apathy.
Right. And feeling without seeing can lead to maybe blindness or misplaced sentiment.
Got it. So Iyer's first great joy of traveling, what does he say that is?
It's simply that profound luxury, he calls it, of leaving all your beliefs and certainties back home.
Just packing them away for a bit.
Exactly. You get to see everything you thought you knew from a completely crooked angle.
A kind of sovereign freedom.
Yeah, where your mind is just unshackled.
This is where it gets really interesting, I think, because it challenges that old distinction,
Tourist versus traveler.
Yeah, that whole debate. Iyer argues the real difference isn't about the label or even how long you stay.
It's simpler than that.
It's just whether you choose to leave your assumptions at home or not.
Exactly. He paints this funny picture. The tourist complains, nothing here is the way it is at home.
Familiar.
While the traveler grumbles, everything here is the same as it is in Cairo or Cusco or Kathmandu.
So they're both kind of missing the point.
In a way, yes. The tourist wants familiarity. The traveler maybe expects constant exoticism, but both are stuck in their preconceptions.
So the truly liberating experience, that sovereign freedom you mentioned, comes from letting travel just whirl you around, turn you upside down, and completely upend everything you took for granted.
And Iyer has this great line. If a diploma is a passport to realism,
then a passport is
a diploma for a crash course in cultural relativism.
Oh, I like that. So your passport isn't just for crossing borders.
No. It's like a license to have your mind blown by how incredibly diverse, but also how fundamentally similar human experience is.
And this cultural relativism, it's crucial.
It really is. What's striking is how travel teaches us just how provisional and provincial the things we imagine to be universal actually are.
Provisional and provincial. That hits home.
It fundamentally shakes us up by exposing us to, well, moral and political urgencies, the life and death dilemmas.
Things we seldom face at home.
Exactly. Things we can easily ignore in our daily routines.
Think about that example he gives, driving through Port-au-Prince.
Right, where there's barely any paving.
That kind of direct physical experience, it instantly revises your ideas about the internet or a one-world order.
It just strips away the abstract concepts.
And rescues the humanity of places from these, generalizations.
You see the challenges, the resilience, the sheer daily reality in a way no news report ever could capture.
Yeah.
And in that process, we're not just observing, we're often saved from abstraction ourselves.
How so?
We start to see how much we can actually bring to the places we visit.
Ah, right. Becoming that, what does he call it, a carrier pigeon?
Or an anti-Federal Express, transporting cultural bits and pieces back and forth.
He has such great examples, like taking Michael Jordan posters to Kyoto.
And bringing woven Ikebana baskets back to California.
I mean, it sounds almost funny, a basketball star as a cultural export.
But it highlights this genuine, often surprising human exchange that happens.
It's not just about seeing or doing.
No, it's about what you exchange, often on a really personal level.
And he takes it deeper too, right? In places that are more closed off or economically challenged.
Yes, like Pagan, Lhasa, or Havana. There, travelers can become like walking video screens and living newspapers.
Wow. The only contact with the outside world sometimes.
Potentially. Literally bringing people closer to global icons, maybe Michael Jackson or Bill Clinton in his examples.
There's a tenderness in that, but also a challenge.
Definitely. How thoughtfully do we import and export these dreams? It's a subtle kind of cultural diplomacy.
That idea of an exchange of dreams is really beautiful.
Yeah.
And it leads us to that famous Proust line.
Ah, yes, Marcel Proust, The Real Voyage of Discovery.
Consists not in seeing new places, but in seeing with new eyes.
A classic. But Iyer adds another layer to it, doesn't he?
He does. He suggests travel also lets us bring new, appreciative eyes to the people we meet.
Yes, it's a two-way street. You can help them celebrate what they have just as much as you celebrate what they teach you.
Which explains why tourism, even though it gets criticized for sometimes, diluting cultures,
can also resuscitate or revive them.
Right. He mentions new traditional dances in Bali.
Or renewed focus from craftsmen in India, maybe spurred by tourist interest.
So travel really does spin us around in two ways.
How do you mean?
Well, it shows us sights and values we might ignore at home.
Sure, the external stuff.
But more deeply, it shows us all the parts of ourselves that might otherwise grow rusty.
An internal rust remover. I like that.
Yeah.
Which leads us to a crucial point. What's really happening inside us during these journeys? Travel to truly foreign places, Iyer says, inevitably leads us to explore moods and states of mind and hidden inward passages.
Places inside ourselves we'd rarely visit otherwise.
Exactly. He talks about his own experiences spending days in temples in Tibet.
Or visiting the leaner spaces within himself while in Iceland.
It's really a journey into your own mind, prompted by what's outside.
I can definitely relate to that feeling of being wonderfully free. Free of caste, jobs, standing when you're abroad.
That William Hazlitt idea, being just the gentleman in the parlor.
Yes.
Yes.
You're clarified somehow. Freed of all those inessential labels.
And you get a chance to connect with more essential parts of yourself.
Maybe that's why we sometimes feel most alive when we're far from home. We're just...
And when you're abroad, you often act differently, don't you? Stay up later.
Follow impulses you wouldn't normally.
You become truly wide open.
Oliver Cromwell had that great quote, "A man never goes so far as when he doesn't know where he is going."
Perfect. Travel, in a way, can feel like being born again almost.
Reversing time, being surrounded by the incomprehensible.
Like childhood again, yeah. Navigating new sensory inputs, new social rules.
And language. Language plays such a fascinating role here.
How so?
Well, Iyer notes that speaking a foreign language can really bring out a more childlike self.
Ah, simpler, maybe more polite, just struggling to connect.
Yeah. It's like a quest for unknowing, for an innocent eye.
Allowing us to remake ourselves. He calls travel a crucible for truer ones.
Or even a monasticism on the move.
Constantly purifying and refining who we are. It's quite a spiritual take in a way.
And what about Albert Camus's idea that what gives value to travel is fear?
That sounds intense. Fear.
Well, he clarifies it. It's not terror, but fear as disruption, emancipation from familiar habits.
Okay, I see, shaking things up.
Right. And many people travel not really for answers.
But for better questions.
Exactly. Christopher Isherwood saw the ideal travel book like a crime story in which you're in search of something.
Something you never quite find.
But the search itself is the point.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And while we're doing all this searching, this exploring.
We become objects of scrutiny ourselves.
Absolutely. We're consumed by the cultures we consume. We look just as exotic to locals as they might to us.
It's a nice reversal.
It is. And it connects to the root of the word ecstasy.
Which is?
From ecstasis, meaning outside of standing still.
Ah, so our highest moments often come when we're not stationary.
Epiphanies often follow movement, don't they? Those sudden insights.
And think about cultural fusion in action. Iyer's McDonald's example in Kyoto.
Oh yeah, the teriyaki McBurgers and bacon potato pies.
Right next to maps of temples and San Francisco posters.
But the Japanese youth there, in their baseball caps and 501s?
They're still utterly and inalienably Japanese, sipping their oolong teas.
It's not just a blend. It creates this whole new realm of, well, hybrid exotica.
A fascinating tapestry of global influences meeting local identity.
And it's true, people themselves are increasingly many-tongued and mongrel, as Iyer puts it.
He uses himself as an example with his mixed background.
Right. Born in England, Indian parents, moved to America, couldn't really call himself fully Indian, American, or English.
So he was kind of a traveler from birth, embodying this fusion.
In a sense, yes. And what's really profound is that even if we don't travel,
the world is moving around us anyway.
Exactly. You can walk 6 blocks in Queens or Berkeley and feel like you've crossed continents.
A cab ride in D.C. feeling like Addis Ababa.
Right. And while technology, cyberspace, virtual travel gives us this sense of availability.
Which can be sometimes deceptive, he warned.
Yeah, worries about synthetic versions replacing the real thing.
But the core truth remains.
The most significant movement we ever take is internal.
That's the ultimate deep dive, isn't it?
It really is. Novels are journeys. Travel books are often fictions.
Like Sir John Mandeville's 14th century tales of places he'd never actually seen.
Precisely. So travel is truly a voyage into that famously subjective zone, the imagination.
And what the traveler brings back isn't just souvenirs.
No, it's an ineffable compound of himself and the place. Something intangible, deeply personal.
So what does this all boil down to for us then?
Well, think about Emerson and Thoreau. They insisted that reality is our creation.
And that we invent the places we see as much as we do the books that we read.
It's about what we carry within us, our inner landscape.
Sir Thomas Browne said it centuries ago. We carry within us the wonders we seek without us.
There is Africa and her prodigies in us.
Wow. So the grandest adventures might just be happening inside our own heads.
And that really is the ultimate internal journey. We have to carry our sense of home.
And our sense of destination.
Within us, always. The most valuable Pacifics we explore will always be the vast expanses within us.
So finding that gilded pavilion in Kyoto.
It isn't just about the physical building. It's about letting that experience create a lasting, private, golden temple.
That you can carry back to your office or wherever you are.
Exactly. That internal souvenir.
Which brings us back to that initial question, maybe. If travel is this profound internal journey,
then the most distant shores, as writers like Peter Matthewson or Oliver Sacks remind us,
often lie within the person asleep right next to us.
It's a challenge, isn't it? To find the extraordinary in the everyday, the exotic in the familiar.
So wrapping this up, what we've learned from Pico Iyer is that travel, really, at its heart,
it's just a quick, powerful way to keep our minds mobile and awake.
As Santayana said, echoing Emerson and Thoreau.
There is wisdom in turning as often as possible from the familiar to the unfamiliar.
It keeps the mind nimble, it kills prejudice, and it fosters humor.
It's really a call to perpetual curiosity and open-mindedness.
And perhaps that's why the best trips, like the best love affairs, They never truly end.
They don't have a final stop.
They just leave us in this heightened state of awareness, mindful, receptive, undimmed by familiarity.
Ready to be transformed.
Forever transformed.
Yeah.
And maybe, just maybe, you don't even need to leave your living room to embark on one.